Okay. Artificial Intelligence Unit 4 Agent Communication. Agent communication. What is communication? Communication means exchange the information or share the information. Uh, you know, exchange or share the information between transmitter and receiver. That is called as communication. Might be information. It's a language or sign or image or whatever it may be, symbols, anything might be a communication parameter. Agent and communication, the shared internal representation or language. Here, agent is considered maybe simulation part or a physical agent, that's a robot, that artificial intelligent agent. So, language, the sharing language might be formal or natural language. So, what is natural language? So it's our language. So those humans are speaking. So wherever the humans understanding and human speaking language, that is called as natural language. So that language understood by artificial intelligence, also the sharing language between the agent, also the communication with the another humans. Language and communication, syntax, grammar, parsing, semantics, interpretation, disambiguation, incorporation. So these are the languages that have the language and communication process. Internal exchange of information. So fixed set of sign animals. So complex structured system of signs humans. So the internal exchange of information, the basically communication, exchanging information between intelligent agent or human or robot, whatever it may be. The information might be sign. The sign is a fixed set of sign like animal or complex or structured sign like human. Sign having two classification. Fixed set of sign, this is regularly everywhere valid. That's animal sign. Complex pattern of human and production of sign. So action resultant in utterance. What is utterance? Uccaripu, Tamil. The action resulting on utterance, they can make sound and movement. That's a production of sign and perception of sign. So perceive from the environment. So identification of percepts as utterance. So identification of percepts at utterance, that's a perception of sign. Shared system of sign. So utterance must be understood by sender and receiver. So that's a sad system of sign. Utterance, Ucharipu must be understood by sender, also the receiver. So that is sad system of sign. Purpose of communication. So what's the purpose? So agents sending information, okay. Also the information might be a sign. Sign also might be a fixed or complex one. Fixed is animal, complex is human. And what's the purpose? We have to communicate. What's the purpose of communication? So first, no, the sharing information among agent. That's the first purpose. And query, if you have any questions, queries, you can ask the agent. So using this type of communication, that's another purpose of communication. So once if you raise the query, then you will get answer. The answer of the query, that's another communication. Then request and command. So that's another purpose of communication. If you want request, please don't do this. Like that, if you ask a request, ah, hello, don't do this. So that's a command. Like that way, the purpose of communication, you have to send the information to your artificial intelligence agent. Offers. So proposition for cooperation. So offers. So corporations, they're giving offers for propositions. Acknowledgement. Once if you got request a command, then you have to acknowledge to those are asking request or command. So acknowledgement is a confirmation of request. Also, it's offers. That's acknowledgement. And finally, sharing the feelings. So that's also purpose of communication. So what you are feel? Are you sad, happy? That emojis also they are sharing the social networks. So you can share your feelings and experience to particular people or agent. So that's another purpose of communication. Okay, speech act. Speech act. It's a production of language. There's a speech act. Independent of communication mode, talking sign, languages, typing, flag. Every country having different type of flag. So there's a communication mode, independent communication mode, typing, sign, language, typing, flag, etc. So word is a basic communicative sign, and utterance is nothing but speech act. So utterance is nothing but ucharipu. I said already. And speaker have to produce utterance, and hearer is a consumer of utterance. It's a speech act. Communication problems. Yeah. So what are the problems we facing while we communicate to others? Timing. If if you the speech act, they missed the time, then there is no communication happen between them because they have to understood the words. If the time is missing, they won't understand. Selection. So what language you have to select or what sign you have to select. So particular sender and receiver, because receiver have to understood what sender sending the information. So sender select perfect language of user can understand as sign of language. So language is a system that should be used, that be a sign. And interpretation is a mean of conveyed to the hearer. You know, it's a intended meaning be conveyed to the hearer, that is called as interpretation. Finally, ambiguity. Ambiguity is the only one possible of interpretation. That's ambiguity. So this is another problem of communication. So timing missing, selection you have to select perfectly. Language, I already said, user how to our sender have to select the language, the what user already know the language and interpretation. So you have to ask the questions and everything, that's a meaningful interpretation. Ambiguity only possible interpretation. So this is the way the communication problem is going, we have to avoid, and then you have to do perfect communication with the particular receiver. Thank you.